Hello, my name is Mr. Patterson. This is a brief tutorial for Apex Learning for the fifth period remediation. The reason that you are in this class is because, for whatever reason, you didn't quite pass the class that referred you, and your teacher didn't think that you needed to take the entire class over again, so they assigned a portion of the class for you to remediate in an online course. And the courses that we use here at Helix are through Apex Learning. The first thing I'll tell you about these courses is they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can access these courses anywhere in the world, outside of class, outside of school, and work on them so that you can finish more quickly. As soon as you finish your assignment in Apex, you will be excused from the fifth period. Um, I would recommend you bookmarking this sign in page, which the link for which is on my Canvas page, but I would recommend that you bookmark it so you have accessibility. All right, let's go ahead and sign in. When you sign in, Helix plus your ID number will be your username, and then the password will be whatever you created when you set up your account. When I log in, I will go to a home page that looks very similar to this. In this example, this student was enrolled in US history. Obviously, your class may be completely different. But if you go ahead and click on your class, what you're going to see when it opens up is a course navigation bar. All right. And I want to show you a couple of things that might be important. Again, yours might look a little different, but uh, in this example, this student has 3 units that are accessible. You see Unit 1, you see Unit 2, and you see Unit 4. However, you see how Unit 1 and Unit 4 have green check marks. That indicates that these units are not assigned to the student. The student is only assigned Unit 2, located here. So a student could potentially work in the wrong units, and that's not going to count for anything. So the point is, make sure that you're only working in the units that you were assigned. The reason why Unit 1 and Unit 4 are visible to you is because other students are working in this course, and they may be assigned Unit 1 or they may be assigned Unit 4, so it can't be taken out completely. But the only unit that you are assigned is the unit that is blank, that doesn't have a green check mark. All right, so let's go ahead and click on Unit 2, which is the Cold War. And every unit starts off the same way with a overview. All right, you can click on your overview and it just gives you a general idea of what the unit is going to be covering. But the work is going to take place in the lesson. Okay, so you click on the lesson, and what you'll see is that there are a series of studies and quizzes. Right, the studies consist of multiple pages of information. In this case, when I click on the study, it opens up, you'll see content. This is page 1 of 17, and I would turn the pages with the arrow here, all right, to go to the next one. Now, when I get done reading the study, and you can take notes on these studies as well, I would take a quiz. The quizzes in general are about 10 questions. They're multiple choice, and you can take them twice, right? The quizzes are also open note. So I strongly encourage that you take notes. If you, for whatever reason, can't pass the quiz on the second attempt, it's going to lock you out, and then you have to notify me to clear your lock. All right. Now, notice that everything to the right of 2.1.2, all of these assignments are locked. And the reason why they're locked is because you have to pass this quiz to unlock this chunk, and you have to pass this quiz to unlock the next chunk. Right? So it works like that sequentially all throughout the course. When you do get to the end of the unit, you're going to see something called a CST, and that stands for a computer scored test. The computer scored test is a cumulative exam, which means it covers everything in the entire unit. All right. You can take the quizzes from home, but you cannot take the unit exam from home. You have to take it here at school in front of me. And there cannot be a big discrepancy between your average quiz score and your unit exam score. What that means is that if your average quiz score is a 92% and you come in and you take your unit exam score and you get a 20%, I can't prove that you were the one at home taking the quizzes, right? So it's very important that you use your notes on the quizzes, but it's also important that you take and use your notes on the unit exam, because you may not remember the studies that you went through days or even weeks earlier, right? Um, when you do finish uh, the remediation, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to print out your grades, I'm going to print out your log times, I'm going to staple them to your academic referral and give them back to the original teacher. Okay. Your original teacher is going to be able to see what you scored on every quiz and what you scored on the unit exam, but they're also going to be able to see how much time you spent in the studies and how much time you spent in the quizzes and how much time you spent on the unit exam itself. So it's really important to do your due diligence and and go through the studies and take the notes that you need to earn the credit.